Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles, and we are ready for NCCAA softball between the TBC Eagles and our guests from downtown Jacksonville, the Lady Tigers of Edward Waters College, members of the NAIA Gulf Coast Athletic Conference. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau is back with us tonight on the camera, and we're getting ready for Game 1 of this Twilight Twin Bill between the Eagles and the Tigers. And I want to say hello to my good friend Joshua C. Jackson, the play-by-play voice of the Edward Waters College Tigers. Does a fantastic job with all their sports and does the same capacity for EWC as I do here at TBC. So hello, Josh. Hope you enjoy the ball game, but not too much because we want to see some TBC wins. Trinity Baptist comes into today's play with a record of 1-5. That one coming against NCAA Division II Fort Valley State in Game 2 of Saturday afternoon's doubleheader. The two teams split that doubleheader, and the Eagles got their first win of the season. The Tigers are 3-3 so far. They have not yet played a Gulf Coast Athletic Conference game, and we'll tell you a little bit more as we get a chance because our first batter right now is center fielder Ashley Combast. Lana Fletcher delivers the first pitch, and this one is popped up to the third baseman Maggie Burkhalter, but she did not hold on long enough to record the out. That is a big break for Combast. Let's hope that does not come back to bite the Eagles. Lana Fletcher on the mound for Trinity Baptist College. She was the winning pitcher Saturday afternoon. She is now making her 7th appearance. Here is the 0-1 upstairs, and that is ball one. Combast is followed by third baseman Marcella Foley, shortstop Brooke Spalding, cleanup hitter and first baseman Alyssa Fonda. And we'll give you more of the Tigers' batting order in just a moment, as this pitch is a changeup that misses just a little bit outside. Batting fifth in left field is Mariah Durantz. Batting sixth in right field, Tiana Thomas. Jay Jerez is on the mound for the Tigers. She will bat seventh. Here comes the 2-1. Hot shot foul down the left field line, and that evens it up at 2-2. The catcher batting eighth, Celeste Clark, and batting ninth at second base is Passion Mills. Straight 9 in the Tigers' batting order for Game 1 of this doubleheader. We'll give you the Eagles lineup as they come to bat in the bottom half of the first. Here's a 2-2. Line drive, base hit, and that missed play does come back to her. To lead off single, a runner going to second. The throw is a little bit off the mark, and that bobble in center field will be counted as an error after the leadoff single right up the middle. And again, misplayed ball on the first pitch of the game results in a base hit and a runner in scoring position for the Tigers. Third baseman Marcella Foley now at the plate. Foley in an even 500, 4 for 8 with a couple of runs driven in the early season. Fletcher winds and delivers, and a fastball is upstairs, making it 1 ball, no strikes. Ashley Combast just added to her .462 batting average as she came into play with 4 runs driven in as well. Here's the 1-0 coming from freshman Lana Fletcher, and a square around, a bunt, and a pitch taken outside, making it 2 balls, no strikes. Lana Fletcher on the mound, again the winning pitcher in Game 2 of Saturday afternoon's ball game. She has pitched 21 1/3 innings. She has allowed 20 runs, and the pitch is on the inside corner, a low, hard fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Tigers coming off a doubleheader loss to Ave Maria University, but before that, I'll tell you in a moment, as this one is fouled off to the left side. Edward Waters College put a hurting on Payne College of the NCAA Division II. Doubleheader sweep, winning the games 16-0 and 20-2 on February 4th. That's a lot of runs on the board. Here's a 2-2, and this one misses downstairs, and the count is full. Edward Waters split a doubleheader with Florida National University, another NAIA Sun Conference member, a 4-3 win, 11-0 loss. And that is what the Tigers have done on the season. Here's a payoff pitch, a changeup, got her out in front, and that's the first out of the ball game. One out, runner at second for the shortstop, Brooke Spalding. And Spalding is hitting .364 in the early going, 4 for 11 with 3 runs driven in. This one is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Standing out there at second base, Ashley Combass has already scored 4 times according to the EWC DAC stats page that Josh Jackson keeps updated for us. This fastball misses a little bit inside, making the count 2 balls and no strikes. Fletcher's making her 4th start of the season. She's allowed 35 hits, counting that leadoff single as this one is fouled off. Fletcher has walked 10 and struck out 11. 2 balls and a strike. Brooke Spalding, the number 3 hitter, takes a pitch outside. The ball game started a couple of minutes early in case you're just joining us and you missed a leadoff single into center by Ashley Combass. The ball got past the center fielder, allowing her to take second base. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4 misses up high, and that will put runners at first and second. Fletcher got Marcella Foley on a terrific changeup for strike 3, and now the walk to Spalding. So in case you're just now joining us, you're caught up on all the action so far. Cleanup hitter is the first baseman, Alyssa Fonda, hitting .167, 2 for 12, but she has driven in a run. Here's a chopper towards third. Bergholzer steps on the bag, throws to first. It gets by Gina Ingram. 1 runner out at third. Now a throw to the plate is going to be late, allowing the run to score. Well, what that will do is go down as a fielder's choice, putting Alyssa Fonda at first base. The error allows Spalding to score. The run is unearned, but it is on the board and also on the play. Fonda takes second base. So 1-0 Tigers, and here's a left fielder, Mariah Durance, and the pitch is outside, and that is ball 1. Of course, the drop pop-up on the first pitch of the ball game also considered an error, so 3 errors in the game already in the top of the first. 1 ball, no strikes, and this one misses down and in for ball 2. Sorry, I don't have the numbers so far on Mariah Durance, but she is batting 5th and playing left field. She has a runner in scoring position and takes the 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Welcome to our Edward Waters College Tigers fans here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Here is the 2-1 and a high pop fly, well hit towards right center. That's going to hang up and be caught by Kariah Griffith to retire the side. A leadoff single results in an unearned run, and we've played a half inning with Edward Waters leading 1-0. Bottom of the first, an unearned run for Edward Waters. So far, all the scoring, 1-0 as the Eagles come to bat for the first time. And here's a batting order that Coach Leah Bennett has put forth. The leadoff hitter is the catcher, Courtney Bird. Haley Crosby playing second base will bat second. Amber Bird at shortstop, she's batting third. The cleanup hitter in center field is Lena Springer. Allie Thrash, the NCCAA Player of the Week, is batting fifth. She is the designated player here in Game 1. Congratulations to Alexandria Thrash. Gina Ingram at first base will bat sixth. Batting seventh in left field, Moesha Jones, who is going to be playing basketball tomorrow night for Coach Judy Allen against Johnson University of Florida. Maggie Burkholzer will bat eighth. She's at third base, and the right fielder, Kira Griffith-Keith. Lana Fletcher on the mound as the pitcher and the flex player for Trinity Baptist. The Eagles played two really close ball games against Columbia International. Unfortunately, though, the Rams won both those games 6-3 and 4-3 on February 1st. Trinity visited Weber International on February 5th, and Weber won both those ball games. And then that doubleheader split at Fort Valley State this past Saturday afternoon. TBCEagles.com for Trinity Baptist College information, and EWCTigerPride.com will catch you up on all of Edward Waters College athletics. Here is Courtney Bird leading things off. She had the game-winning two-run double at Fort Valley State on Saturday. Jade Jerez on the mound, former TBC Eagle. Long drive towards right field. That's going to go up against the wall. Bird, first pitch swinging, on her way to second, rounding second to third. The throw is not in time. That is a lead-off triple for the catcher and junior Courtney Bird. So the Eagles, with the potential tying run already at third base, just one pitch into their first at-bat, and Haley Crosby now has an opportunity to tie up the score. Courtney didn't even give me a chance to tell you that she's 3 for 17 with 4 RBIs on the season. That just went up a little bit. Now 4 out of 18, and here is Haley Crosby. And the pitch, this one is fouled off to the left side. Haley batting 1 for 6 so far on the season. She's been on base a few times, though. Has been hit twice. Has a chance to drive in her first run of the season, which would be her first collegiate RBI. The freshman joining us here in 2020. And here is the pitch, swing and a miss. A good changeup by Jada Jerez. No balls, 2 strikes. And Jerez is ready with the pitch. This one is looped into right field. That's going to bring home the run. RBI single for Haley Crosby, and she does have her first college run batted in. Excellent hitting with 2 strikes by Crosby, just making sure to make contact to bring home the run, and it results in an RBI single, and the Eagles have tied the game. And now we have timeout as Coach Manny Perez heads out to the mound to talk to Jade Jerez. So Haley Crosby with the RBI to tie up the ball game. This freshman who comes from Middleburg High School in Middleburg, Florida, just 1 county south of Jacksonville. Amber Bird ready at the plate, ready to take her hacks. Amber, the sister of Courtney, both from Apopka, Florida. Their father, Jamie Bird, is Coach Leah Bennett's assistant coach, and Stacy Bird, the mother of these 2 terrific young ladies, is our official scorekeeper here for Eagles softball. Well, a leadoff triple by Courtney Bird, a base hit by Haley Crosby, ties the game at 1. Amber Bird ready to take her hacks with a runner at first base and nobody out. Jerez with the windup and the first pitch. Bird squares around, drops down the bunt, has a chance to beat it. The throw is in time but dropped, and that's going to allow Crosby to take third base. And we'll have to see how that one goes. That will be a sacrifice bunt either way for Amber Bird. She is aboard, and Haley Crosby, there will be an error allowing her to take third base. Bird stays at first, so runners at the corners. I believe that's being scored, an base hit for Amber Bird on the sacrifice bunt attempt. putting runners at the corners. And Alina Springer, left-handed hitting center fielder at the plate for Trinity Baptist College. Jerez winds and delivers. Bird on the move, and she'll take second base without a throw. Bird with the steal puts runners at second and third. Alina Springer, not a lot of luck. She's hit the ball really well, but just 2 hits and 20 times at bat. She does have an RBI double to her credit. Here's the 1-0. High fly ball. It's going to stay on the infield, and all runners will have to hold. That is the first out of the inning, keeping runners at second and third, and it brings up, again, this week's NCCAA Offensive Player of the Week, Allie Thrash. 2 RBIs waiting on the base pass for Thrash. And here comes the first pitch. This one is a little bit outside for ball 1. Thrash is hitting .364 in the early going, 4 for 11 with 2 runs driven in. Those 2 runs helped the Eagles win a ball game at Fort Valley State. Here is the 1-0. And this one's taken right at the top of the zone. Caught the corner. Right up at the letters. Good textbook pitch by Jade Jerez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thrash shows some patience at the plate. She's going to look for a good pitch to hit. Here comes the 1-1. High pop foul into the net and out of play. Marcella Foley at third base for the Tigers. Shortstop Brooke Spalding. Playing second base is Passion Mills, and at first base is Alyssa Fonda. We'll give you the outfield in just a bit. Here comes the 1-2 from Jerez. This one misses upstairs. Count even at 2-2. In right field, Tiana Thomas, Ashley Combast in center, and Mariah Durrance in left. Celeste Clark is the battery mate of Jade Jerez. Again, the Tigers batting a straight 9, not using the DP. RBI opportunity for Thrash. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. There you see and hear her Eagles teammates cheering on Miss Thrash. And here comes the 2-2. In the dirt, and a nice block by Clark, keeping the runners where they are. Allie's a freshman from Katy, Texas. Come a long way to play softball for Coach Leah Bennett. That tells you a lot about Coach Bennett. She has one terrific resume. Read her bio on TBCEagles.com. The payoff pitch and a driven into left field. That should score the run. Crosby, though, a little late getting back to tag up, and that could be costly, and a great throw in from Mariah Durrance. Ball hit very hard. Crosby caught off the bag, and by the time she was able to get back to tag up, Durrance made a bazooka of a throw. So it's up to Gina Ingram if the Eagles want to score another and take the lead. Gina Ingram is a sophomore. Hails from Newberry, Florida. Batting .091, 1 for 11. Here is the first pitch, and this one a little bit low and outside. Ingram, though, is very patient. She has walked 4 times, so she gets on base if given the opportunity. She's also been hit by a pitch. Usually makes some pretty good contact. 1 ball, no strikes. Jerez winds and delivers. There's a chopper towards second and through the wickets. That will allow 2 runs to score. And the Eagles lead 3-1. And on the throw to second is not in time. Well, that will be an error on the second baseman, so no RBIs credited for Gina Ingram. But Crosby and Bird both come around to score. And on the throw to the plate, Gina Ingram takes second base. The runs are unearned, but as I always say, they are on the board. Moesha Jones with an RBI opportunity herself, and the first pitch misses up high. Moesha, left-handed thrower, right-handed hitter, batting .182, 2 for 11. She has driven in a run. She's also drawn a walk. multi-sport athlete here at Trinity Baptist. Very valuable member of the women's basketball team. Here's the 1-0, and this one misses outside. Again, both the lady and the men's basketball teams will be here tomorrow night playing Johnson University of Florida in their final home game of the 2019-20 season. They'll have 2 conference games left at Toccoa Falls and Bob Jones University late next week. 2 balls, no strikes. Jones well ahead, and the pitch taking all the way, and Jerez gets the inside corner for strike 1. Moesha Jones, a sophomore from Saluda, South Carolina. Chance to drive in the run. Eagles lead 3-1. And here is the pitch. Good rip by Jones, but fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ingram has pretty good speed out there at second base. Ball into the outfield, has a good chance of bringing home a run. The 2-2 from Jerez. Line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Ball gets by. Ingram will score. Jones around second on her way to third. She can run, and she will beat it without a throw. That will be a base hit and a run batted in for Moesha Jones. And the error will allow her all the way to third on the same play. Error on the right fielder, and the Eagles lead 4-1. So Trinity Baptist putting the ball in play, and good things are happening for the Eagles. Nice rally for TBC, and it brings up third baseman Maggie Burkhalter. 214, 3 out of 14 so far, a couple of walks as well. She also has a double to her credit. Jerez winds and delivers. High pop-up. This should end the inning, and it is caught behind the third base bag by Brooke Spalding to retire the side. But a very nice inning for Trinity Baptist College. 4 runs, only one of them earned. 3 hits, and a runner left at third base. And after 1, it's TBC 4, Edward Waters 1. Tiana Thomas leading off in the top of the second. Takes the first pitch a little bit low and inside for ball 1. Excellent job by the Eagles taking advantage of scoring opportunities and putting 4 runs on the board in the bottom of the first inning. Tiana Thomas, the right fielder, at the plate, trying to start a rally for the Tigers, and she takes ball 2 down low. Thomas, 6:25 coming into play. 5 out of 8, a couple of runs driven in, and she has also drawn 3 walks. So good offensive start to the season for Thomas. And she's on the verge of drawing another walk as it's 3 balls, no strikes. Lana Fletcher on the mound, behind in the count, and a changeup, a get-me-over changeup for strike 1. Thomas looked like she wanted a hack at that one, but she took it for the strike. Still has 2 more. Here comes a 3-1 from Fletcher, and this one is fouled off to the right side and off the post, holding up the net over the Tigers' dugout. Edward Waters got on the board first with an unearned run in the top of the first, and the Eagles came back with 4 in the bottom half, 3 of those unearned. Hello, Alfred Smith, letting us know you're watching here on the top chat. Glad to see your name pop up on the screen once again. Here's a 3-2, just misses up and away, and a leadoff walk puts Thomas aboard. That is walk number 2 allowed by Lana Fletcher. And it brings up the pitcher, Jay Jerez. Jerez is 5 for 9 with 4 runs driven in. She's also scored twice. Has a runner at first, nobody out, and the first pitch changeup. Jerez took that one for a strike. Not the pitch she wanted. She wants one that she feels she can drive a long way. And this one misses a little bit low and outside for ball 2. Jerez, a junior from Lake Worth, Florida. Played last year at ASA Miami College. Here's a 1-1 and a good swing and a foul straight back into the net. So Fletcher ahead in the count, 1-2, and she has a big discrepancy between her fastball and her changeup. Let's see if she tries to slow this one down and get Jerez out of balance. Thomas at first after the leadoff walk. This one driven down the left field line but pulled foul. Fletcher threw the changeup. Jerez, though, was ready for it. Out in front just enough to yank that one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Celeste Clark, Passion Mills to follow Jade Jerez. And a 1-2, and this one fouled off the other way on the fastball. And after a good changeup that Fletcher has shown Jerez a couple of times, Jerez just able to get a piece of that fastball in the outside corner. Some of the TBC Eagles baseball players in attendance. Here's the 1-2, and this one misses low and inside. Thomas thought about breaking towards second, but Courtney Bird has a reputation of having a terrific arm behind the plate. She got on the ball very quickly and held Thomas at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Word gets around, and Bird can really throw the ball. Here's a 2-2, change up, grounded towards short. Amber Bird with the throw to first. No chance at the force on the slow roller, but a great throw. And that's 1 out. So Celeste Clark gets her first hacks of the afternoon. She's hitting .444, 4 for 9 with 4 runs driven in. She's also drawn 3 walks. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Clark squares around a bunt and takes a fastball up and away. So 1 ball, no strikes. Lana Fletcher sets and delivers. This one is popped up over near the dugout, and that one is out of play. So 1-1 to count on Celeste Clark. Fletcher takes a long look in, now delivers, and misses just off the inside corner. Umpire is sticking to the plate. That ball has to be over the corner for the pitchers to get the call, and he's been that way so far for both pitchers. The 2-1 just off the outside corner. Fletcher wanted that call but did not get it. 3 balls and a strike. Passion Mills waits on deck. And the pitch pulled foul down the left side. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. I'm looking to my left and seeing 2019 Class 4A state champion softball player Breezy Burnett out here checking out the TBC Eagles. Breezy, you going to win another one? She says definitely. They're in 3A this year. Here's a 3-1. Misses inside. Ball 4. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Second walk of the inning and third overall allowed by Lana Fletcher. Brianna Breezy Burnett, third baseman, and does some pitching for the Trinity Christian Academy High School Varsity Conquerors. Defending state champions from 4A, but they're in 3A this year. Passion Mills at the plate, shows bunt, pulls back, takes the pitch up and away. Thomas got a fantastic lead off second base. Once the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, base runners are allowed to break contact with the bag. Mills is 3 for 8 with 3 RBIs so far on the season, plus a couple of walks, and she has scored 5 times. Has a chance to drive in a run with 1 out, runners at first and second. And the pitch from Fletcher catches the inside corner for a strike. Hannah Rivers, also a state champion from a year ago. And freshman Desiree Brown moves up from the junior high team to the varsity Conquerors. She's in attendance now. Here's the 0-1. And this one catches the outside corner, and Fletcher working both edges of the plate very nicely to Passion Mills. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. Fletcher delivers a ground ball towards third. Burkhalter will step on the bag, and that will be her only play. So a fielder's choice. 5 unassisted on the putout. Celeste Clark advances. And the top of the order with 2 outs, Ashley Combast, who led off the game with a base hit into center field. We're in the top of the second, 4-1 TBC leads. And the first pitch is driven deep towards left center field. Got a chance, and it is gone! Ashley Combast with the 3-run homer ties the game at 4. Springer looked like she had a bead on it, went up over the fence to try to pull that one in, but that one just out of the reach of Lena Springer, and a 3-run homer ties us up. Ashley Combast with her first home run of the season. First for the Tigers here in 2020. So it looks like we may have an offensive ball game here, at least in game 1. Both teams have put 4 on the board, and we're still in the top of the second. Here is Marcella Foley, out on strikes her first time up. First pitch from Fletcher, line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Jones will snare it, get it back into the infield. Well, the 2 walks earlier in the inning both scored on the home run. Celeste Clark drew the walk herself. Passion Mills, after those 2 walks, came around to score on the home run from Combast. Time called. Leah Bennett, head coach of the Eagles in her first season with TBC, out on the mound to talk things over with her pitcher. Tigers got 1 in the first. Eagles came back with a 4-run bottom half of the first. And now the blast by Ashley Combast has tied it up. For Combast, RBIs 5, 6, and 7 on the home run. Brooke Spalding steps in. She walked and scored in the first inning. 2 outs, runner at first. Fletcher delivers and misses upstairs, and Bird fakes the throw to first. Foley, though, not that far off the bag. One ball, no strikes. Fletcher ready, and the pitch in off the fists and pulled foul. Spalding might have chased one a little too far inside on that one, helped out the pitcher, and evened up the count at 1-1. Fletcher winds and delivers. Didn't mean to swing. Ingram with the field and a flip to Crosby. Heads up play covering first base. So 3-4 on the putout to retire the side. However, for the Tigers, 3 runs on 1 hit. The home run by Ashley Combast. And we go to the bottom of the third, all tied up at 4. Bottom of the second, hitters 9, 1, and 2 due up for Trinity Baptist College. Kira Griffith Keith, Courtney Bird, and Haley Crosby. And we've already had 8 runs scored through the first inning and a half as we are tied up at 4. After tonight's doubleheader, Edward Waters College will be at Montreat College on Valentine's Day. They're going to play, or check that, they're going to play at Montreat College in Fort Valley, Georgia. Okay, so I actually had it right the first time. That's at 1 o'clock this Friday afternoon, and then the Tigers will play Fort Valley State at 3 p.m. On Saturday, Tigers will play those same 2 teams once again at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, respectively. Montreat first, followed by Fort Valley State. Then a trip to Mount Vernon, Georgia, sees Edward Waters at Bruton Parker College on February 22nd. The next home game for Edward Waters College will be at 4 p.m. on February 25th against Ave Maria University for 2, and they'll round out the month of February on the 29th at 2 p.m. start time against Clark Atlanta University. Next chance we get, we'll let you know what the TBC Eagles have in store in their next few doubleheaders as we're ready to start the bottom half of the second inning. Kira Griffith Keith gets her first at-bat of the afternoon, showing bunt. Jerez winds and delivers, pulls back, and chops one foul to the left side. Kira Griffith Keith, no hits in 3 attempts so far officially. She has drawn a couple of walks. Playing right field today. And here is Jerez with the 0-1 and a good swing, but fouled off to the right side this time. No balls, 2 strikes. Jerez, 1 inning pitched, only 1 of those 4 runs earned. Here comes the 0-2. And this one, a good eye by Griffith Keith. And checked her swing in time. Just a little low and inside. Jerez didn't walk anyone, didn't strike anyone out in the first. Leadoff hitter at the plate, number 9 overall, Griffith Keith, and the 1-2. High pop fly, pretty well hit. Should be caught, and it is. Gianna Thomas ranges far to her right and makes the catch on Griffith Keith for the first out. Top of the order, Courtney Bird tripled and scored on the first pitch of the ball game, laced one down the right field line, ended up scoring on the base hit from Crosby, and she digs in with 1 out and the base is empty in the second. And the first pitch is low and inside. Courtney has some power. She went deep quite a few times last year, making very good, solid contact early on in 2020. The 1-ball, no-strike pitch from Jerez. High drive, but she yanked this one foul. It cleared the fence down the left field line. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far out in front, and the count is even at 1-1. At least from my vantage point, it looked like it did. The corner a little bit obstructed from where I'm sitting. Jerez ready with the 1-1. And this one in the dirt. Bird now ahead in the count. Courtney's average doesn't really tell how well she has struck the ball so far. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. This one downstairs. And Bird way ahead now, 3-1. Crosby waiting on deck, hoping for another opportunity to drive in a run. Three balls and a strike. High pop-up, headed back our way, a little bit off to the right of us, and almost hit our own Josh Jackson here at TBC. He was an assistant coach for TBC men's soccer this year, a former player. Scampered out of the way. Well, the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sun not quite setting yet, but it's behind the trees, and the lights are not yet turned on, so it's a little bit dark on the field for the young ladies. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jerez winds and delivers. A high drive, well hit towards center, all the way back, and gone! Courtney Bird gets her first of the year, and the Eagles lead 5-4. Halfway to the cycle, and she has the 2 toughest ones out of the way. Teammates out on the field surrounding Courtney Bird, who just gave the Eagles the lead. That is Trinity Baptist's first home run of the season, and it comes off the bat of Courtney Bird. Led the team in homers last year. Now the first one to go deep in 2020. Haley Crosby got an RBI single in the first, looped one into right to bring home Bird. That one was no doubt about it. If there was any doubt at all, was it high enough to get over the fence? And it did. High fastball out of the zone, but Crosby chased for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Crosby fell down 0-2 her first time up, battled and got the single into right field. Here's the 0-1. Changeup by Jerez, dips down low. Pull up a chair. Looks like we're going to have a lot of bats hitting a lot of balls here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch in the dirt. Crosby now ahead in the count, 2-1. Jerez is 2 wins, no losses so far in the season, and a 120 earned run average. Coming into today's play, here's a 2-1, and this one is downstairs. And now Crosby's well ahead in the count. Before today's game began, Jerez credited with 11.2 innings pitched, allowed only 2 earned runs. 3 balls and a strike. And this one down low, and that's the first walk of the ball game allowed by Jerez. So 1 out, good speed at first base, and here's the shortstop, Amber Bird. She beat out a sacrifice bunt attempt. Her first time up, ended up scoring a run. 1 out, Haley Crosby at first. Amber Bird digs in, and the pitch looped into right field. Thomas unable to get there in time, and Crosby had to hold up, and now she's around second on her way to third. A little bit of indecision by Thomas in right allows Crosby, who had held up, to go first to third on the base hit by Amber Bird. So she's now 2 for 2 is Amber. And another runner in scoring position for Trinity Baptist, and Lena Springer at the plate. Popped up to the shortstop her first time up, has a chance to drive in a run. Jerez is ready. And the pitch. Springer showed bunt. Throw down to third, not in time. Amber Bird gets her second stolen base of the evening. Springer pulled back in time. The pitch was up high for ball one. So now 2 potential RBIs on the base pass for the junior, Lena Springer. And the pitch. Didn't mean to swing. Tried to check, but fouled it off. Springer enjoying her 3rd season of Trinity Baptist College softball, the 3rd season of existence for TBC softball. Lena is a senior from Valdosta, Georgia. Throws right, bats left, does a lot of pitching as well. Here's the 1-1. Misses upstairs, and Clark had to reach up high to keep that ball from getting behind her. So Springer ahead in the count, 2-1. Jerez ready. Here comes the pitch. And just a little bit off the outside corner. And Clark wanted to make sure where that pitch missed. And Springer now ahead 3-1. Man in blue behind the plate. It's been very consistent so far. Both pitchers getting the corners, but nothing beyond. Here's a 3-1. And this one misses. Ball 4 gets by. And Haley Crosby will score the run. Springer's going to keep on trucking into second base. So that's going to be a walk. Crosby scores on the wild pitch. Gina Ingram, or Amber Bird rather, took third base. Springer kept on going, so she gets credit for a stolen base. And now Allie Thrash, who laced one into left only to have it caught, is at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position, 2 runs in, and a 6-4 lead for Trinity Baptist College. 1 out as Thrash gets ready to try to drive in at least 1, possibly 2. Huge gap in right center for Thrash. First pitch on the way, and Thrash taking all the way. No balls and a strike. In the zone, but not the one she wanted. Durenson left, close to the line. Center fielder playing Thrash to pull. That's Combast. Change up, misses the outside corner to even up the count. Right fielder Tiana Thomas close to the line as well, giving Thrash a whole lot of real estate to work with should she try to go the other way. Here comes the 1-1 from Jerez. Line drive, base hit up the middle, 1 run will score. Here comes Springer to throw to the plate. Had a chance, but it was knocked down. Throw to second, should be in time, and it is. But Allie Thrash gets the 2-run single right up the middle. Both Bird and Springer score. Thrash cut down 2-6, trying to take an extra base. There are 2 outs. The bases are empty. But the Eagles now lead 8-4. They have scored 4 runs in each of the first 2 innings. Gina Ingram at the plate. Line drive and a base hit. First pitch swinging, and Ingram is aboard with the 2-out single. And now time called. Coach Manny Perez will head out to the mound, and it looks like he's going to make a change as Ingram trots over to talk with Coach Bennett and Moesha Jones over near the on-deck circle. So we'll pause here and we'll let you know about the changes when we get a moment as we return here on TBC Eagles. New pitcher on the mound for EWC is Alyssa Fonda with a record of 1-1 according to the DAC stats page for Edward Waters College. 756 earned run average. She has pitched 8 1/3 innings. She has allowed 11 runs, 9 of them earned. Fonda has walked 2 and struck out 5, and she will inherit a runner at first base and 2 outs. Jade Jerez, an inning and 2/3. 8 runs, 5 of those earned, but she is responsible for the runner at first. 4 consecutive hitters reached base and scored. Big blow, the 2-run single by Allie Thrash. She was cut down trying to take second on a throw to the plate. Ingram followed with a base hit. All that came after the first hitter was out on a fly ball. So Moesha Jones at the plate. She drove in a run with a base hit in the first, 1 for 1 with that RBI. Fonda now ready, the first pitch. Jones with a high drive, well hit towards left, all the way back and caught out in left field, and it looked like that one was ticketed to go over, but Mariah Durance reached up and robbed Moesha Jones of a 2-run homer. That ends the inning, but another good one for the Eagles. 4 runs in the inning, and after 2, it's Trinity Baptist 8, Edward Waters College 4. After 2, the Eagles lead this one 8-4. An excellent job in left field by Mariah Durance. And from this vantage point, it looked like she robbed Moesha Jones of a 2-run homer. And now the pitcher, Alyssa Fonda, at the plate. Fonda started off at first base, came in and got that fly ball that was caught in left field. She's at the plate now and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Eagles have a very tough one coming up next. They are at Southeastern University on February 18th, and that is no easy task. 1 ball, no strikes. Fletcher with the 4-run lead delivers and misses just off the inner half. 3 consecutive trips to NAIA Sun Conference competition, beginning at Southeastern on the 18th. Tell you more in just a moment. Fletcher winds and delivers a high drive into center field. This one is going, and it is gone. Well, Fonda gets one of those runs right back on the home run to straightaway center field, and it is 8-5 in favor of the Eagles. Third hit allowed by Alana Fletcher, but that was a big blow, and not much doubt about that one either. First home run of the season for Alyssa Fonda. RBI number 2, and this one is laced foul down the right side. Mariah Durance has already saved 2 runs. Actually 3 if you count that throw in that kept a runner from potentially scoring on a fly ball to left in the first. After that double dip at Southeastern University, the Eagles are at St. Thomas University on the 21st. This one misses a little bit inside to even it up. And the next day, on a Saturday, February 22nd, Trinity Baptist is at Kaiser University before playing their next home twin bill against Ave Maria University. So a lot of Sun Conference competition for TBC. Big rip and a foul straight back by Mariah Durance. Finishing out the month of February Eagles will be at Florida National University on the 28th and at Ave Maria University on the 29th, and more Sun Conference competition in those two doubleheaders and even more to follow afterward. The 1-2 changeup almost got Durant's to chase, but hitter held up in time, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fletcher takes a long look in and delivers a 2-2. Line drive into left right at Moesha Jones. We've seen her already make some Gold Glove style plays this season, especially against Columbia International on the season opening doubleheader. Hello to Canaries 56 watching from South Florida, cheering on Marcella Foley and the Tigers. And we got a viewer from Alaska, Miss J. Sal Siskiska. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Cheering on the Tigers. Bunt attempt is down. It's fair. Bird fires to first. It gets by Ingram into right field, and that's going to be an error on the throw. So the error allows Tiana Thomas to reach base with 1 out. And the potential tying run will now step into the on-deck circle, but first, Jay Jerez. Miss J. Sal Siksika watching us from Alaska. Glad you let us know that. Here's a changeup for a strike. Bird took a look at the runner, but nothing going on. Jerez, nothing out of 1. A ground ball to the shortstop her first time up. No balls and a strike. Fletcher delivers and misses outside with the fastball. Snap throw, and the runner's back just in time. The throw looked like it beat her, but she got in behind the tag as the throw was caught in front of the base. Ingram reached back, tried to get the tag down in time, but the runner was safe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fletcher delivers and misses inside for a count of 2-1. Jerez ahead, 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, chased one outside to throw down. And it looked like Amber Bird not there quite in time. It was a good throw by Courtney, but that will be a stolen base for Tiana Thomas. Hit and run was on. Jerez, protecting the hitter, did her job and allowed the runner to get into scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Celeste Clark on deck. And Fletcher delivers. Chopper towards short. Bird fields, throws to first in time. Throw back to third, and Burkhalter reaches up high, makes the catch to keep Thomas from trying to score. So 2 outs with a runner at third, and Fletcher has a chance to get out of the inning without any further scoring. The leadoff homer by Alyssa Fonda made it an 8-5 ball game. Clark walked and scored in the second. Takes the first pitch down low for ball 1. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, our cameraman. You're watching TBC Eagles on YouTube, Trinity Baptist College Softball. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch right down the middle, and Celeste Clark takes it for a strike. So count is even at 1-1. High fly ball towards left. Jones came in on it at first, then drifts back and makes the play, and that ends the inning. The leadoff homer from Alyssa Fonda. An error and a runner left at third, and we go to the bottom of the third with the Eagles leading 8-5. 8, 9, and 1 due up for TBC. Burkhalter, Griffith Keith, and Bird. Alyssa Fonda got out of the inning as she came in with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Induced the fly ball that was caught by Mariah Durrance, and again, from where I'm sitting, looked like she might have robbed Moesha Jones of a 2-run homer. Jade Derez went 1 2/3, 8 runs, 5 of those earned, walked 1, allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. Couple of miscues behind her, and the Eagles took advantage in that bottom of the first, and then they just kept hitting in the second inning. Put 8 runs total on the board, looking to do it again as Maggie Burkhalter gets ready to step to the plate to start the bottom of the third. First of 2, game number 2, scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Obviously, that depends on how long this one lasts. We'll stop the feed after the conclusion of Game 1, start up a new one when Game 2 is ready to begin. Here's a first pitch from Alyssa Fonda, taken on the outside corner for a strike. Burkhalter with a fly ball, shallow left field, caught by the shortstop her first time up. And the pitch, grounded foul down the right side. Well, Burkhalter down, no balls, 2 strikes. .214 coming into today's play. Here's the 0-2, and this one in the dirt. Number 9 hitter, Kira Griffith Keith, waits on deck. Long look in by Fonda, now ready with the 1-2 and misses up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Absolutely beautiful Wednesday night here on the west side. We're in the 80s all afternoon. We're closer to the 70s now with the sun starting to set and the lights coming on. It feels fabulous out here. That pitch fouled off, making it 2-2. So if you're in the area, come on over, enjoy the weather, and enjoy some hard-hitting softball between the Tigers and the Eagles. 8-5, Eagles lead, bottom of the third. And the 2-2 looped into left field, has a chance to get down. That's a base hit for Burkhalter. Burkhalter with the leadoff single. First hit allowed by Alyssa Fonda. And it brings up the number 9 hitter, Kira Griffith Keith. She showed bunt her first time up, leading off the second. Ended up hitting one pretty well to right, only to have it caught. Let's see what she and Coach Bennett have in mind. Showing bunt to start the at-bat. Fonda delivers, and a bunt attempt is fouled off. Griffith Keith pulled the bat back, then squared around once again. Freshman utility infielder from Palm Coast, Florida. Getting a start in right field in the doubleheader opener. Showing bunt once again, pulls back, squares around, drops down the bunt. Only play will be to first. It is in time for the out, but Kira Griffith Keith does her job. 1-4 on the putout. She does advance Burkhalter into scoring position. Courtney Bird went deeper last time up. Tripled and scored in the first. And she has all kinds of room in right center field. Here is the pitch. Line drive. That one's going to be caught. Spalding took a look back at second but had no further play. Good contact, but right at Brooke Spalding. Took one step to her right. And it brings up Haley Crosby, who is 1 for 1 but has scored twice. Singled and scored in the first, walked and came around in the second. And the pitch is inside for ball 1. Leadoff single by Burkhalter, advanced to second on the sac bunt from Griffith Keith. Bird lined out, 2 outs. Haley Crosby has a runner at second base. Here's the 1-0. Tried to shoot it the other way where she has room in both the outfield and the infield. And it looked like she was trying to take advantage of that open territory. Fouled that one back. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Taken on the inside corner for strike 2. And with her approach, 1 pitch before, looked like that wasn't the one she wanted. Again, it looked like she was trying to go the other way. Now has to protect the strike zone, down 1-2, and this one misses up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heart of the batting order on deck, number 3 hitter Amber Bird. Fonda trying to get out of the inning, and the pitch, high pop up, and this one is out of play. There's a red Jeep parked back there, and the ball came pretty close to making contact. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've had runs in every half inning thus far. Not so much in the bottom of the third. Here comes a 2-2. Line drive. That's in the outfield for a hit. A runner coming around third to throw to the plate. It is in time but not held on, and Burkhalter scores. That is an RBI single for Haley Crosby, and she takes second on the throw. She had the correct approach, ended up going the other way and driving in the run. And the Eagles lead 9-5. So Crosby brings home the run to put it back up to a 4-run lead, and Amber Bird is ready to take her hacks. Not sure what the timeout was for, the delay. It might have been to give Celeste Clark a chance to regroup as she and the base runner made contact at the plate. The throw was in time. Clark unable to hold on, and Burkhalter scores. Here is the pitch, and in the dirt for ball 1. So we have had at least 1 run now in all 6 half innings. RBI opportunity for Amber Bird. She's 2 for 2, and she has stolen 2 bags and scored twice. Here's the 1-0, and this one misses low and inside. Amber came in hitting .294. She's well over .300 now. Fonda takes a long look in and delivers. Misses the outside corner for ball 3. Lena Springer, the cleanup hitter, is on deck. Three balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And it looked like Bird was taking this one all the way. Caught the inside corner. Still well ahead in the count. Crosby at second base, the pitch. Ball 4 will put runners at first and second with 2 out. That's the first walk allowed by Fonda. Lena Springer, last time up, walked, stole the base, and scored a run. 0 for 1 officially. Chance for Springer to drive in the run. She's driven in 1 so far on the season. Again, another player whose average may not show just how well she's hit the ball. Here's the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Fonda delivers a check swing, but it's called strike 2. Passion Mills at second base, playing the hitter to pull, again leaving a lot of room up the middle. And Brooks Spalding at short swung on well towards third base. So if Springer can plug that gap, she'll probably drive in a run. Outfield, medium depth except in right, where Tiana Thomas is back deep. Straight away in the outfield, the 1-2. Ground ball. She has a chance to beat it. And we're going to have a dead ball called and the runner out for interference. And that's going to end the inning. Amber Bird made contact with second baseman Passion Mills. That goes as a 4 unassisted to end the inning. Eagles do get a run. RBI single from Haley Crosby, 2 hits. And 2 left, and after 3, it's 9-5 Eagles. Slugfest brewing here on the west side as Trinity Baptist leads Edward Waters College 9-5 after 3. Top of the 4th, Passion Mills, Ashley Combast, and Marcella Foley, 9-1-2, due up for the Tigers. Lana Fletcher, 3 innings so far, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Passion Mills reached on a fielder's choice and ended up scoring a run in the 2nd inning. She will lead off the top of the 3rd, or check that, the top of the 4th. Tigers got 1 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. Eagles 4 in the 1st, 4 more in the 2nd, and 1 in the 3rd. Here's a first pitch to Mills. Hot shot off the glove of Bird. That's going to be a base hit. Mills took a turn, but will hold up right there. Well, Bird knocked it down, got the glove on it, but could not corral it in time to get off the throw. So the leadoff single, hit number 4, allowed by Lana Fletcher. Ashley Combast hit a 3-run homer her last time up, her first of the season. She singled in the 1st. Courtney Bird heading out to the mound. And now it looks like everybody is ready to get back into position. Eagles infielders communicating about the potential defensive play. And now Combast is ready. Fletcher back in the circle. Combast came in at 462. She's over 500. There's a stolen base attempt. Throw into center field. And that's going to allow a runner to third. A strong throw, but just a little bit off the mark. And almost a terrific throw from center fielder Lena Springer. That will go as a stolen base. And an error on the catcher, allowing Mills to take third. Well, the Eagles lead by 4. They could elect to just play for the out at first and allow the run to score. Fletcher winds and delivers. This one hits the batter, and that will put another runner on base. First batter that any of the 3 pitchers has hit. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Marcella Foley at the plate. She's 1 for 2. Fletcher's first pitch, showing bunt, drop down. That's going to score a run. Throw to first, off the mark. And that allows another runner to take third base. So the Eagles, a couple of miscues on the last 2 plays. A run is in, and it is 9-6. That is an RBI sacrifice bunt for Marcella Foley. That will be an error If I saw that correctly, on the pitcher, Lana Fletcher for the throw. Combast went all the way around to third. So the Tigers put on the squeeze. They get a run and now have the potential tying run at the plate in Brooks Spalding. Coach Bennett calls time, heads out to the mound. First miscue was stolen base attempt. Nobody there to take the throw from Bird. Another good throw from the catcher. Hit batsman, and then the overthrow on the sacrifice bunt. We'll pause here. Come right back in just a moment. Everybody ready now. Tying run now at the plate. Brooks Spalding has walked and scored and grounded out to the first baseman. Pitch from Fletcher up high. The throw goes to short. Bird fires home. He got a run down. Back to third and not in time. Stolen base for Marcella Foley. Puts two runners in scoring position with nobody out. Pitch was called ball one, so 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch misses up and away for ball 2. First base is open, but the cleanup hitter, Alyssa Fonda, on deck, and she's already taken one out of here tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch, high fly ball towards right field. That will score 1. Griffith Keith makes the catch. Throw in, cut off by Ingram. Throw to the plate, blocked by Courtney Bird. And we have the catch in right, and another runner's being called out. Spalding gets a sacrifice fly. Combast scores. Foley takes third. And 1 away. Alyssa Fonda at the plate. Takes the first pitch low and inside. Thought for a moment that we had another runner called out. I must have heard something incorrectly. So 1 out. Sac fly by Spalding. Makes it 9-7. Check swing, and Fonda held up in time. 1 for 2. The solo homer leading off the third. Also reached on a fielder's choice in the first. She still represents the potential tying run. Runner at third, 1 out. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch in the dirt and blocked by Courtney Bird. Fonda well ahead. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Ball 4 puts runners back at the corners with 1 out. Walk number 4 allowed by Fletcher. Mariah Durrance, scheduled hitter. Coach Perez will make a change. That is the courtesy runner, so former Eagle Natalia Lopez will be the runner for the pitcher. Lopez played 2 seasons of TBC softball, also played basketball and volleyball for the Eagles. Transferred over to Edward Waters College, playing her first year for the Tigers. Lopez, a junior from here in Jacksonville. 1 out, bunt shown, and Lopez is off, and she will steal second base without a throw. Pitch taken for ball 1. Durrance 0 for 2. She's hit the ball well twice, having both caught in the outfield. The 1-0 again showing squaring and bunt. This one a wild pitch will allow the run to score, and Lopez will take third. Foley scores, making it a 9-8 ball game. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change mid-at-bat. Allie Thrash has come out of the dugout to take the mound. Left-handed pitcher, and we'll pause here while Thrash warms up, and we'll be back in just a bit. Two balls, no strikes as Thrash comes in to face Durrance. Now, if the walk happens, that will get charged to Fletcher. Anything else will be to the credit of Allie Thrash. And the pitch, strike right down the middle. Thrash, a southpaw, making her second appearance on the season. 3 2/3 innings, 3 runs all earned, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. On the mound in relief, and 2-1, swung on and missed, evening up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is the scoring rule. The pitcher who started the at-bat would get credit for the walk. Everything else goes to the new pitcher. And the 2-2. This one misses up high. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one misses downstairs. That should be, well, I thought that was ball 4 mid-at-bat. Maybe I made the mistake. Here's a 2-2. Misses outside. I thought Durrance had already taken a couple of pitches. Well, first base is open. There is 1 out. And Thrash delivers. Chopper towards short. Bird will come home. Play at the plate is in time. Alyssa Fonda cut down 6-2 on the fielder's choice. Durrance is aboard at first with 2 outs. And the right fielder, Tiana Thomas, steps up. Eagles holding on to the lead. It's 9-8. 3 runs have already scored in the inning for the Tigers. Thrash trying to get out of the inning, keeping the score 9-8, and the first pitch misses low. Well, I must have misread something. I thought that was a mid-at-bat pitching change. My mistake. Tiana Thomas at the plate has walked, reached on an error, and stolen a base. So nothing out of 1. Trying to keep this inning alive. Tigers have scored 3. Eagles lead by 1, 9-8. Top of the 4th, 2 outs, runner at first base. Allie Thrash in relief delivers and misses a little bit high, just over the top of the zone. Four, 5, and 6 are due up for Trinity Baptist in the bottom of the 4th. Thrash delivers, and another one missing up and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Jay Derez waiting on deck. And a 3-0. Taking ball 4. puts the potential tying run into scoring position. Fletcher goes 3 1/3. Her book is now closed. 8 runs, 7 of them earned. Jerez takes the first pitch in the dirt. Change up. Misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Five hits allowed by Fletcher, if I counted those correctly. 1 ball, no strikes. Jerez at the plate and the pitch. High drive towards left. Jones going back. It's over her head up against the wall. 1 run is in. Another run will stop at third, and we're tied at 9. That is an RBI double by Jerez. Got it over the head of Moesha Jones. Durrance comes in to score. And Thomas stops at third. It looked for a moment like she would try to put the Tigers ahead, but a great throw from the fence by Moesha Jones. Amber Bird made a good relay, and Courtney Bird kept the ball in front of her. 9th batter of the inning, Celeste Clark, has the go-ahead run at third. Another runner at second, and she takes strike 1. First run allowed by Allie Thrash, and the pitch is in the dirt and blocked by the catcher. Clark has walked, and she is flied out to left. Scored a run after walking in the second. Here's the 1-1. Tapper foul. Thrash now ahead 1-2. We still have another ball game to go after this one. It's 9-9 in the 4th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thrash winds and delivers. Ground ball, foul down the left side. One ball, 2 strikes once again as Clark digs back into the box. Again, the go-ahead run at third, another runner at second, and the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Tigers bat around and score 4 times, and we go to the bottom of the 4th in a slugfest, tied at 9. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 4th will send up the heart of the batting order. 4, 5, and 6. Lena Springer, Allie Thrash, and Gina Ingram. It's bullpen against bullpen now. Trinity led 4-1. Then it was tied at 4-4. Eagles then took an 8-4 lead. 8-5, 9-5, and now 9-9. So there's your scoring summary in case you missed anything. Pull up a chair because we're not done yet with game 1, and we still have another one to follow. Alyssa Fonda took over in relief of Jade Jerez. She has a total of 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run. She has walked 1, no strikeouts at this time. Lena Springer walked and scored in the second. 0 for 1 officially at the plate. Oh, Allie Thrash, my fault. Drove in a couple of runs her last time up. Springer hit that ball that resulted in the interference to end the last inning. Line drive off the glove of one player, and Spalding picks it up. Probably could have held on to that one. That's going to be a base hit for Allie Thrash. It's her second. And the Eagles have the leadoff hitter aboard, and now Thrash is the pitcher, so Coach Bennett could elect to use a courtesy runner. Thrash started off as the designated player. Went on the mound a half inning ago, and she's going to come off, and we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Michaela Dahl heads over to first base. So Dahl takes over at first after the base hit from Thrash, who is now 2 for 3. Gina Ingram at the plate. Reached on an error, scored a run, and singled. Tried to get that one past the third baseman, Foley, but it trickled foul. Ingram looked like she might have pulled something on that last swing, hunched over for a moment, but that's a tough young lady. She's going to stay in the box and take her hacks. She's played volleyball and basketball here at TBC as well. Takes the pitch up high. Dahl got a great lead after the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Fonda on the mound. The pitch. Misses down low for ball 2. Well, the way both these teams are swinging the bats, I don't expect 10 runs to win the ball game. It's 9-9 now. It's going to take at least 10 for one of the teams to win. Here's a 2-1. Misses low and inside for ball 3. Each team has made a number of miscues, and the offense has taken advantage of them. Tigers have committed 2 errors. Eagles 5. Line drive into right field. That's going to drop down for a hit. Dahl takes a big turn around second and puts on the brakes, and the Eagles have the first 2 batters aboard. Dahl running for Allie Thrash, courtesy runner for the pitcher. Good speed. And now Moesha Jones steps in. She was robbed of a home run in the second, drove in a run with a base hit in the first. Mariah Durrance put the glove up over the fence and pulled back what would have been a 2-run homer for Jones. This one misses low and inside, and again, Michaela Dahl getting a terrific lead after the pitch. Nobody out. Eagles threatening in the bottom of the 4th. And this one misses low and inside, and Jones well ahead in the count. Time called. Coach Manny Perez heads out to the mound. Women's basketball, men's basketball, both at home tomorrow night against Johnson University of Florida. The ladies tip off at 5 p.m. The gentlemen are scheduled at 7. It's the final home game for TBC Eagles basketball. Both the ladies and the gentlemen will head to Toccoa Falls College next Thursday night and then end the regular season at Bob Jones University on Saturday, February 22nd. Both South Region tournaments are now at Bob Jones University. Earlier this week, the men's tournament was switched from Toccoa Falls to BJU. 2 balls, no strikes. Moesha Jones ready, and she takes ball 3 low. Outfield once again giving the Eagles hitters a lot of real estate in right center. And Passion Mills, the second baseman, Brooke Spalding, the shortstop, giving them up the middle. Line drive. Mills makes the catch, throws to first for the double play. Jones tried to plug the gap, but got it right at Mills for the L43DP. Tough break for Jones and the Eagles. 2 outs. Heads up by Michaela Dahl, getting back to avoid any possible attempt at 3. Jones has hit the ball hard all 3 times. 1 hit to show for it. This one in the dirt. Throw down to third is not in time. Great slide by Michaela Dahl as Spalding was in front of the bag, and that will go down as a wild pitch. Burkhalter could drive in the go-ahead run, but there are 2 outs, and she takes this one down the middle for a strike. Well, I was talking about the positioning. It turned out Mills was in the perfect spot on that laser beam from Moesha Jones. Turned it into a double play. Here's the 1-1. Low and outside. Snap throw is not in time. Very close play at third. Terrific throw by Celeste Clark. Spalding, though, again in front of the bag. She had to reach back to try to make the tag, and Dahl was able to beat that tag. 2 balls and a strike. Burkhalter looking to drive home the run. In the dirt. Clark came up ready to fire once again. Runs in every half inning so far. Eagles trying to keep the trend alive. Here's a 3-1. Swing and a miss. A great changeup with a lot of dip. Fills up the count. Again, a whole lot of room up the middle and in right center for an Eagles batter. Left-hand hitter at the plate. The pitch. Might have chased ball 4, but got a piece of it to stay alive. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third in a 9-9 tie. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 4th. Fonda delivers, and Burkhalter out in front, pulls it foul. Another payoff pitch coming from Alyssa Fonda. Takes her time, now ready. High fly ball, that's going to be caught at second base by Passion Mills, who played very well in the last couple of batters of the inning. That's the first time we did not see a run score. Runner stranded at third thanks to the double play, and after 4, we are tied at 9. Top of the 5th, tied at 9, and hitters 9, 1, and 2 are due up for Edward Waters College. Passion Mills, Ashley Combast, and Marcella Foley. Back in 4th game, Eagles haven't trailed except for 1-0. Each time they've taken a 4-run lead, the Tigers have come back to tie it. Passion Mills started that big rally in the 4th. With an infield single, stole the base and came around to score. She has scored twice, 1 for 2 officially. Now facing Allie Thrash for the first time. She squares around a bunt. This one is over her head. Mills positioned herself perfectly and turned a hard line drive into a double play. 4'8", Wildwood, Florida. Sophomore outfielder, infielder for Passion Mills. 1 ball, no strikes. Corners in close. And this one again over the head and actually tipped the helmet and put Passion Mills aboard. First batter that Allie Thrash has plunked. Any potential go-ahead run is aboard. Top of the order, Ashley Combast. Single, 3-run homer, hit by pitch, and a couple of runs scored. Corner infielders still in tight. And the first pitch, changeup, well out of the zone. Ingram at first, Burkhalter at third. Again, in front of the bags, and the pitch from Thrash. High fly ball towards left. Jones on the run, makes the catch. Moesha Jones, we said already, she's made some fabulous plays in the early part of the season. Ran that one down, and there's one away. Combast hit the ball very hard. Almost got it into a corner for a potential RBI double. One out for Marcella Foley. Singled, or actually drove in a run last time up on a squeeze play. Reached on a throwing error. High fly ball toward the gap. That one is off the fence. Foley around first, on her way to second. Mills will pull up at third. That's a one-out double for the number 2 hitter. So runners at second and third, one out for the shortstop, Brooke Spalding. First base is open, but Thrash wants to get this batter and a chance to get out of the inning with the next one. This is Brooke Spalding. Sack flyer last time up, drove in a run, lays down the bunt. That's going to score the run. Flip to the plate. Didn't have the play. Nobody covering second, and that's going to allow Spalding to take second base. That's a second squeeze play that she has pulled off to drive in a run. And she takes second base. It'll go as a fielder's choice sacrifice bunt. And the Tigers lead 10-9 as Passion Mills scores, and the leadoff hit batsman turns into the go-ahead run. First pitch. This one gets away. Nobody covering. Now a flip to the plate. Thrash does not get the tag down in time. Late getting to the plate, and that allowed Marcella Foley to cross with the insurance run. Also on the play, Brooke Spalding into third. Good flip from the catcher, Courtney Bird, but Thrash a little late in the cover. Runner at third, 2 runs in, and there's a drive. Forget about this one. It is long gone. Second home run of the night for Alyssa Fonda. Tigers again with a 4-run inning. Spalding scores from third, and Edward Waters leads 13-9. Well, Eagles have had 2 4-run rallies themselves, so this one's far from over. Coach Bennett out on the mound, and we'll pause here and be back in a minute. Lena Springer comes in from center field to take over on the mound. Thrash heads to first base. Gina Ingram to right. And Kira Griffith-Keith in center. Thrash credited with 2/3 of an inning and 5 runs. Mariah Durrance will be Springer's first hitter. Bases are empty, 1 out, 4 runs in, and the pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Springer making her 5th appearance. This is her 2nd time in relief. 12 innings, 16 hits, 21 runs, 18 earned. She has walked 12 and struck out 7. Gets the fastball over for a strike. 2 home runs on the night for Alyssa Fonda, 3 total RBIs. Durrance reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4th, and this one misses up and away. Position changes only for the Eagles. Springer, 2 balls and a strike, delivers, and a good rip by Durrance, and she fouls it straight back. Eagles will have 9, 1, and 2 due up in the bottom of the 5th, and they have put together 2 4-run innings themselves. So again, this one is far from over. 13-9, however, they want to stop the Tigers here. 1 out, bases empty, 2-2 pitch. High pop-up, out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful night here on the west side of Jacksonville. Springer winds and delivers a 2-2, and this one way up out of the zone. Fills up the count. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball 4. Looked like that right hand was starting to come up, but that is a walk to Mariah Durrance. Springer walks the first batter she faces, and it brings up right fielder Tiana Thomas. She's drawn 2 walks and reached on an error. Springer ready, and the pitch. High pop-up, out of play. Second time tonight, the Tigers have scored 4 in an inning, and they're looking to tack on more. They also had a 3-run top of the 2nd. 0-1 to count. Here comes the pitch. Another good rip and a foul straight back by Tiana Thomas. So Springer well ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Jade Derez, the on-deck hitter. Long look in, now the 0-2. Grounder towards third and foul. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first, Mariah Durrance drew the walk. Springer ready with the 0-2. This one's in the dirt. Runner going, throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base for Durrance and a count of 1-2 on Tiana Thomas. Durrance got a terrific jump. Beat that throw by plenty. RBI opportunity now for Thomas. Here comes the 0-2. 1-2 rather, misses up and away to even the count. Burkhalter now back even with the bag in case there's a stolen base attempt towards third. Thrash in at first. Middle infielder's back. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, rather the 2-2. I believe that makes it a full count. And that is correct. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Scoreboard will be readjusted to show the full count. Three-two on the way, and a pop-up. It's going, however, to get out of play just over the net and off the dugout. Thrash and Bird both giving chase. Gina Ingram coming in from right field in case the ball was a little deeper than it looked at first. Thrash at first, Crosby at second, Amber Bird at short, Burkhalter at third. Ingram in right, Griffith Keith in center, Jones in left. Here's a 2-2. 3-2 rather, and ball 4. Springer has walked the first 2 hitters she has faced. 2 on, 1 out. First baseman Jade Jerez steps up. She had an RBI double off the fence her last time up. 1 for 3 with the 1 run driven in. Tigers players in the dugout cheering on their teammates on the bases and at the plate. Springer is ready. Here's the first pitch. Upstairs, and she's had some trouble getting the ball up high. One ball, no strikes. Wind not much of a factor, just barely blowing, and this one catches the inside corner to even up the count. Just strong enough to put Old Glory horizontal. It's blowing across from right to left, but again, very gently, not going to be much of a factor. Here's a pitch and another one that misses way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. High pop-up toward us, but hits the top of the net, stays in the field. So 2-2. Drez steps out, resets. Whole lot of room. And right center especially, as Ingram is way over toward the line. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Jerez chased one out of the zone, and that is out number 2. Well, a chance now to get out of the inning without any further damage. 4 runs have already scored, and the Tigers lead 13-9 in the top of the 5th. Celeste Clark at the plate, called out on strikes her last time up. 0 for 2 officially, but a run scored after she drew a walk in the second. Springer trying to end this inning right here and give her team a chance to make a comeback. And the pitch, line drive, base hit, should score 1. Griffith with the throw, and not in time. And a runner takes second base on the throw. 5th run of the inning, and Clark makes it a 14-9 ball game. Durrance comes around to score. Thomas advances first to third, and Clark takes second on the throw to the plate. Passion Mills started this rally getting hit by a pitch, and she ended up scoring the first run. Second and third, 2 outs. First base is open. Springer ready with the pitch. High pop-up should end the inning. Crosby calls off Thrash and makes the catch, and that does retire the side. 5 runs in the inning, and the Tigers have opened up a 14-9 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers put a 5 spot on the board in the top of the 5th and now lead 14-9. It's been a slugfest. Alyssa Fonda coming out for the bottom half will face 9, 1 and 2. Kira Griffith-Keith, Courtney Bird, Haley Crosby are the first 3 scheduled hitters. Anybody gets on, Amber Bird and Lena Springer will await. Whole lot of runs scoring so far tonight. 23 in the first 4.5 innings. Tigers got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and then 5 in the 5th. Eagles 4 runs in each of the first 2 innings and another one in the third. Coaches are talking about players on the field, making sure they have enough softballs ready as we get ready to begin the bottom of the 5th. Kira Griffith-Keith, nothing out of 1, a fly ball to right and a sacrifice bunt. Starting things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, Eagles have swung the bat very well so far tonight. Let's see if they can keep it going. A hot shot. That's going to one hop the shortstop. Throw to first just in time. Nice throw by Brooke Spalding from the shortstop position after having to make the backhanded play. Very close at first. I had to wait to see what the umpire said, and he said the throw just did nick the runner. So 1 out, top of the order, Courtney Bird hit the ball hard all 3 times. Triple, a home run, and a line drive to short, and the first pitch missed down low. 1 ball, no strikes. And this one also misses down low. Fonda took over with 2 outs in the 2nd inning, has done a nice job, just 1 run allowed since then. Here's the 2-0. High fly ball down the line, but it's hooking foul. Again, it looked like that one had home run distance, but Bird, as she did earlier in the game, got out in front. She did put one over the left field fence, however. So 2 balls and a strike. Alyssa Fonda ready. And here's a 2-1. Low and inside. Courtney Bird in the driver's seat. Game 2 was supposed to begin in about 6 more minutes, but that's going to take a while. Here's a 3-1. Ball 4, and the Eagles have a runner aboard with 1 out. Walk number 2 allowed by Alyssa Fonda. Two and 2/3 innings total now for Alyssa Fonda, just the 1 run allowed. Haley Crosby has had a good night at the plate. 2 hits, 2 runs driven in, 2 runs scored, and a walk. Eagles looking to rally, trailing by 5. Bunt shown, pitch is a strike, throw down to second is not in time. Courtney Bird, a catcher who leads off, has good power and good speed. Walked her way aboard, then stole the base. Now in scoring position for Crosby, who showed bunt on that last pitch that she ended up taking for a strike. Here's the 0-1, and this one on the inside corner. Couldn't tell at first. He might have set it and then took a moment to raise that right hand. So Crosby down 0-2, and the pitch. Up and in, and count now a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. Fonda gets her sign and is ready. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Bird breaking for third. The throw is in time. Bird trying to advance on a pitch in the dirt. And a good throw by Celeste Clark erases the base runner. 2 outs, bases empty. Crosby with a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fonda ready and the pitch. This one misses low and inside to fill up the count. Now Bird being aggressive, but a great throw by Clark. And now a chopper towards second. Mills will field and throw to first to retire the side. Eagles get a walk and a stolen base, but then have a runner erased. And we go to the 6th with Edward Waters leading 14-9. Top of the 6th in a 14-9 ball game. The Tigers came roaring back, and they have scored so far 9 unanswered runs. They were trailing 9-5 when they came up in the 4th, and have put 9 on the board since then. Top of the order, due up for the Tigers: Combast, Foley, Spalding. All 3 of those have scored twice. Ashley Combast, hit by a pitch in the 4th, scored a run, flew out to deep left field in the 5th. 3-run homer in the 2nd. 2 hits total on the night, 3 times on base. Springer delivers the first pitch, line shot, foul, just foul. Burkhalter playing right on the line, and that one got past her in a hurry, but hooked foul. Combast has really swung the bat well tonight. Burkhalter now playing even with the bag and 1 step off the line. No balls and a strike this time. Combast shows bunt, takes one in the dirt. One ball, 1 strike. Combast in the box, and here's the pitch. Showing bunt, gets it down, and it hits the ground and takes a left turn. She would have had the base hit, but Burkhalter did the right thing and allowed the ball to roll foul. Combast, good power as we saw earlier, good speed as we just saw right there. Springer ahead, 1-2. Thrash in at first as well. Here's the 1-2. This one in the dirt and hits the batter on the bounce. And that puts a leadoff hitter aboard. Each Eagles pitcher has now hit 1. And Marcella Foley steps in. After a strikeout, she has reached base 3 times, driven in a run, and scored 2. First pitch misses up high. One ball, no strikes. High pop-up just behind the infield. Bird and Jones. It drops in between, and everybody will be safe. Looked like that might have been a play better made by Moesha Jones, but she might not have been able to get there in time as she was playing deep, and that's going to be a bloop single for Marcella Foley. Puts Combast at second, nobody out, and the heart of the batting order is due up. Brooks Spalding has twice laid down a squeeze bunt to drive in a run. This time in the dirt for ball one. Not showing bunt on that first pitch. Oh, I think I mixed her up with someone else. Brooks Spalding has driven in a run, though, each of her last two at-bats. And the 1-0 this time showing bunt, pops it up, and Bird had to pull up as there's a brick wall right behind home plate. Did the wise thing. One ball, one strike. And this one misses upstairs. Spalding looked like she wanted to hit that one, but recognized it was just a little bit too high. Two balls and a strike, and the pitch. Ground ball, base hit into center. Runner will hold up at third as Griffith Keith got up, and now we have two runners at second base. Watch the runner at third, and Bird is going to hold on to the ball and allow Spalding to get back to first. Well, bases are loaded. Hit batsman and two consecutive singles. Nobody out for the number 4 hitter, Alyssa Fonda, who has already taken two out of the ball yard. Five-run lead for the Tigers, looking to extend it. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fonda wanted to chase that one, but held up in time. Solo homer into third, a 2-run blast in the 5th. Both of them no doubters. And the pitch. High pop up. Has a chance to drop. It's down. One run is in. Another runner rounding third to throw to the plate is not in time. That is a 2-run single for Alyssa Fonda, and she takes second on the throw. And the Tigers now lead at 16-9. Also on the play, Spalding around second, takes third. Nobody out. Mariah Durrance at the plate. Fonda is now driven in 5, and here's Mariah Durrance with 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out in the 6th. 2 runs in, and a pitch popped up and fouled straight back. Strike 1. Those of you tuning in, expecting to see the second game of tonight's doubleheader, well, this is still game number 1. Pull up a chair. There's a whole lot more coming your way tonight. Springer winds and delivers and misses up and away. Two runs in. Tigers now lead by 7. In the dirt, gets through the legs of Bird, and a run will score. That'll go as a wild pitch charge to Springer. Fonda will take third. Now, Fonda had a courtesy runner last time she was on the base pass, but Coach Perez electing to keep her on the bases this time. Here's a 2-1 and a block by Bird to keep the runner at third base. Fonda started out as the first baseman, came on in relief, and has done a really nice job. She's allowed only 1 run. 2 2/3 innings of work so far. Eagles have 3, 4, and 5 due up in the bottom half of the 6th, but there's nobody out in the top. 3-1 to Durrance, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Might have been fouled off, and that'll fill up the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. High fly ball, left field line, hooking foul, and Jones unable to get there in time. Looked like the ball, again, my view, blocked by the dugout, but might have cleared the fence. That one lands foul. Ball did clear the fence, says Dean, our cameraman. My son, who is a sophomore at St. John's River State College and getting ready to transfer to UNF in the fall. Here's a payoff pitch, swung on and missed. And that is strike 3 and out number 1. Second strikeout for Lena Springer. And now we're going to have a pinch hitter. Tatiana Thomas, a scheduled hitter. We'll see who this young lady is, if I'm saying that correctly. That is Nia Williams, freshman from Tampa, Florida, batting for Tiana Thomas. One strike on the swing and a miss. Springer ready and delivers and misses down low. Nia Williams, 1 for 3 on the season, driven in a run. Also drawn a couple of walks. Pinch hitting for Tiana Thomas. High pop up, right back over my head and out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nia Williams back in the batter's box. Springer ahead in the count. Runner at third, 1 out. Ball 2 misses just above the top of the zone. Count of 2-2 on Nia Williams. That one inside, and it fills up the count. Time called. Just getting a new ball for the pitcher. Three runs are in. Tigers lead 17-9. Payoff pitch from Springer. Ball 4 will put runners at the corners with 1 out. Jade Derez started off on the mound. And now we're going to have an out called at first base. Illegal substitution called. So Williams drew the walk but is now out, and there are 2 outs with Jerez at the plate and a runner at third. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Illegal substitution is the reason for the out. So nullify the walk by Nia Williams. And this one misses down low to even a count at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. High pop foul out of play. Chance for Springer to get out of the inning and bring the Eagles into the batter's box. 1-2, Jade Jerez at the plate. Ground ball, snared by Bird, throw to first in time to retire the side. 3 runs score. 3 hits and a runner left at third, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, 17-9 Tigers. So we'll see now if she heads out to right field or if Thomas re-enters. There's a new catcher behind the plate, Celeste Clark, no longer wearing the gear. So we'll have to see if we can keep up with the changes made by Coach Manny Perez. Alyssa Fonda is back out on the mound, ready to begin the bottom of the 6th. Looks like Nia Williams has stayed in the game to play right field, and trying to see who the young lady behind the plate now is. Looks like Yasante Tyler taking over for Celeste Clark. Amber Bird, Lena Springer, Allie Thrash, the scheduled hitters. Bird digs in. She has scored a couple of runs, 2 hits and a walk, and she takes the first pitch low and away. Well, let's see and hope that the Eagles can put together another rally. They're trailing now by 8, 17-9. Started off red hot, but Fonda has put out that fire. Just 1 run in 2 2/3 innings, but she misses ball 2. Bird has also stolen a couple of bases as well. And this one on the inside corner at the knees for a strike. One ball, 1 strike. And a looper towards short and a leaping catch by Brooks Spalding for the out. Looked like that one might get over Spalding's head, but she was playing back and able to just barely come off the ground and make the catch. Lena Springer has popped up, walked and scored, and reached on a fielder's choice, so 0 for 2. She's also stolen a base. And this one misses outside for ball 1. Looking ahead to the 7th, the Tigers will have 8, 9, and 1, Tyler, Mills, and Combast. This one catches the outside corner to even the count. One ball, one strike, one out, bases empty. Williams hugging the line down the right field side, giving Springer, the left-handed hitter, a lot of room in right center. Tigers have had that defense pretty much most of the night. Both middle infielders pulled toward the baselines. And that one catches the inside corner to even things up at 2-2. That setup turned into a hard line drive double play started by Mills, second baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Springer started to go but held up in time, and the count is full. That double play might have been the momentum breaker as the Eagles were mounting another rally in the 4th. High drive down the right field line and foul. Springer has some good pop. I've seen her put one over this fence. Heads back to the batter's box with a full count. Allie Thrash waiting on deck. Payoff pitch from Fonda and hit hard but foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fonda delivers, chopper towards second. Mills right in front of it, makes the play for out number 2. Allie Thrash at the plate. 2 for 3 with a couple of runs driven in. Has hit the ball hard all 3 times to the plate. Two outs, bases empty, bottom 6, and another smash, but this one pulled foul. Allie Thrash wins the first NCCAA Softball Player of the Week award. That announcement came out 2 days ago. Hit an even 500 last week, drove in a couple of runs to help the Eagles win a ball game at Fort Valley State. On base at a 750 clip. Congratulations, Allie. And she takes this one low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Thrash ready, and the pitch. Ground ball towards Mills. Easy play to retire the side. Well, Eagles go down in order in the 6th, and at the end of 6, 17-9, Ed Waters. And it looks like that's going to be the end of Game 1 with the final score in 6 innings. Edward Waters College 17, Trinity Baptist 9. Game 2 coming up in approximately 20 to 25 minutes. So look for us around 7:40 to 7:45. We're going to end this feed now, start up a new one when the ladies are ready for the first pitch of Game 2. You're watching